What's up YouTube, it's your boy Andre here back with another video. Today I've got a very special video, a side-by-side comparison between an Audi TT and my BMW Z4. The result will surprise you, so let's get straight into it. So I was very lucky to be able to have both of these cars side by side for a comparison. You've got the Z4 M-Sport version in white, and we also have the 2-litre TT Sport version. So at first glance, these are two very beautiful looking cars. Here we've got the Audi TT Sport, which is a 2-litre petrol, and with the BMW, this is the M-Sport model with the 2.5-litre also petrol. Now the spec is where I think these two cars will surprise you. The BMW Z4 here has 208 brake horsepower on paper, and the Audi TT has 201 brake horsepower. But the biggest difference is when it comes to torque. So you get 258 with the Audi TT, and you get 184 pound-feet of torque with the Z4. And although they're very similar in brake horsepower, that massive difference in torque is what makes the Audi almost a second quicker in 0 to 60. So this will get you from 0 to 62 miles an hour in 7.3 seconds, whereas the Audi TT will get you from 0 to 62 miles an hour in 6.2 seconds. So that's over a second quicker. Now the reason I find this surprising is because this is a 2.5-litre petrol and this is a 2-litre petrol. They both have very similar brake horsepower. The biggest difference is when it comes to torque, and that makes all the difference with the TT. Now these cars are stock, and the figures that I've just given you, they're all stock figures. So naturally, you can mod these cars, you can remap them if you want to, and you can get them a hell of a lot quicker. So the reason I chose the BMW Z4 as a comparison with the Audi TT is because these cars are very similar in style and price brackets. So if you are considering an Audi TT, most likely you're looking at the BMW Z4, or if you're not, you should. Looking at them from the outside, the biggest difference is that BMW has this big long bonnet, so the proportions are very different. Whereas the Audi TT is more of a symmetrical car with this normal sized bonnet. This is what you would get with the Z4 from the front. This is the M-Sport model, and this is what an Audi TT will give you, that sport. From the side, I'm not gonna lie, I think the BMW Z4 takes the win on this. It just looks a little bit more like a sports car. Now don't get me wrong, the Audi TT also looks very special from the side, and you can definitely tell it's an Audi TT from this profile. But this is what the Z4 looks like from the back. You have a bit more of a tail looking like a saloon. I love this little duck thing that they've got going on, almost like an Aston Martin, but I love it. The Audi TT is completely different, very rounded off bumpers around the back. And let's not forget that with the Audi TT, you can put the spoiler up, which is really cool. Also, the spoiler comes up automatically when you get to 74 miles an hour, I think, and it goes down automatically too, but you can also manually control it up and down. Speaking of the rear end, the Audi TT does not have a button to open the boot. You have to press the button on the key just here, or you press the button from inside the car. You hold the button for a few seconds, it pops open, and then you lift it. The way it lifts up is you have this whole glass panel piece that opens with the car. So it's a lot of space that you can get. With the BMW Z4, it's a little bit different in the sense that you can either press the button on the remote, just at the bottom here, hold that, and the boot opens. Or if the car is locked, you can just simply unlock the car, twist the BMW logo, and lift it by that. However, there is no boot release button from inside the car, like with the Audi TT. So with these two cars being coupes, you do have frameless windows on both, which look really cool. Although something very important to mention is the BMW Z4 does have this piece that goes down on the Audi TT that is kind of fixed in place. Now let's have a look at these interiors and compare them. It's hard to do an exact comparison because this Audi TT is not as highly spec'd inside as the BMW Z4, but this is what you get as standard. No display, although you can upgrade this to the higher navigation display. This car just doesn't have it. Now moving on to the Z4, you can straight away notice that it's a little bit higher spec'd. The entertainment system, the navigation system comes up as you put the key in. That brings up the display. You got a lot more steering controls and the flappy paddles, and not a fair comparison because this is a higher spec Z4 than the Audi TT inside. But what is a fair and direct comparison is the fact that the Z4 only comes with 2 seats. You can't get this with 4 seats like the Audi. So we've got 2 seats on the front, and then we've got another 2 seats in the back. What's really cool is that these seats are fold down as well, so it gives you a bit more boot space when you need that IKEA trip. One more thing I really want to show you guys, and that is the way that these 2 cars sound. They are both stock, they're both petrol, and both of these engines are cold. The sound will very much be affected by my microphone and your speakers at home, but at least you get a little bit of a comparison between the 2. Let's turn this on. Now let's do the same with the BMW Z4. Put the key in ignition. You probably noticed this already, but the Z4 has 2 tailpipes right on the side there, whereas the Audi TT has 1 on each side. So there you have it, the Audi TT, that's 2012, and my BMW Z4, that's 2011. Very, very similar cars in terms of spec, years, and budget price. So definitely something that people will be looking at if you're looking at either of the 2. Don't forget that the Z4 only comes in 2 seats, so if you need anything more, you'll definitely want the Audi TT. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you want to see anything in particular with these 2 cars, leave it all in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.